Good fake by Gabbert. Touchdown. Mercedes Lewis. A 1-yard strike and 9-0 Jacksonville. Marvin atop your screen. Peterson, touchdown. Tight end is in. Peterson again. Getting for the end zone. His second touchdown today. 10.
Taking a shot.
Going deep and caught by Shorts. It is a touchdown. A 39-yard touchdown pass. Go with the 2. Tannehill. Fasano with the block. Touchdown.
What a play, Buck.
Keyston Randall, the rookie out of Texas, on the defensive line for Miami. Second down and 10. Goodson. Oh, and great blocking downfield, and there he goes. Hayward Bate laid somebody out. That's a Raider touchdown. A 64-yard catch and run by Mike Goodson. Acquired in a trade in the offseason with Carolina. A career long. What a play.
And why don't you give a little bit more towards Brian Harlan? He's been the most consistent player on that side of the ball.
3rd and 1 with no huddle. Lane with the block. Here goes Bush. Oh, what a play to the house.
Wow. Dennis Allen's ability to drive the ball outside the numbers with great accuracy has been phenomenal.
Go, go!
New high 7 catches for Hartline. 1st and 10. Bush. A lead blocker ahead. That is Lane, and there he goes! Reggie Bush! Touchdown!
Has the offense on the move, looking for more points here in the 4th quarter.
The reason that Lee is in is because Shante Spencer's got a foot injury. He may return. 1st and 10. 14-yard line of the Raiders. Tannehill got a block from Martin. Fasano lumbering in for the touchdown. Ryan Tannehill has just thrown his first. Is taking his place now on 3rd and 2.
Go, go!
Incognito with the block. Here goes Miller for his first career touchdown. And that's all she wrote in Miami.
Sometimes you can have a man in the...
They bring, as you can see, Dalton here to the bottom of your screen. And a Wildcat look. And back there is Mohamed Sanu, who will go deep, and he's got Green, and that's going to be all the way. What a way to start things here. They beat D'Angelo Hall. A 73-yard touchdown pass by Mohamed Sanu, a rookie out of Rutgers, who is a Wildcat quarterback at time from the 3 for Dalton. Intercepted, and that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown, and grabbed by Rob Jackson, who's taking the place of the injured Brian Orakpo. Ivan the Skin secondary, 2nd down and 20. Then Jarvis Greenellis with the block that buys time, and look at, here comes Binns, the rookie, galloping free and into the end zone. A 48-yard catch and run touchdown. And Cincinnati is back on top.
We told you, Kevin, both secondaries have been got Wildcat.
Then Jarvis Green-Ellis will get the snap and run it over the right side. And dig his way in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Ben Jarvis Green-Ellis, and the Bengals cash in on the fumble by the Redskins. Great call.
Make a big mistake on that play.
Morris back in, 1st and goal at the 7. Alfred slipping, flying, touchdown. And the Redskins are back in business.
Now you have them, and then now you don't. Mike Shanahan put together it in, get it in for a touchdown.
Young will try to block. That is in the end zone for a Santana Moss touchdown. They beat Adam Jones.
We said the pressure was so good in the first half of keeping Griffin in the pocket. I said they had to start rolling him out. The move right now.
Redskins in their base defense. 2nd down and goal at the 6. Good block by Smith, the right tackle. They got Gresham digging his way in. Fletcher tries to prevent it. The ball crossed. It is a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown pass by quarterback Andy Dalton to the tight end, Jermaine. Five defensive backs for the Skins. Good block by Whitworth. Nice catch. This is Hawkins, and it's a foot race. Breaking the tackle of Crawford into the house. A 59-yard touchdown pass. A flag was thrown at the 44. Dalton hitting the speed merchant. 5'7" Andrew Hawkins on a 59-yard burner.
Richard Crawford, he's matched up. Let's see what they're calling.
Number 26 on the defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Josh Wilson is called for holding.
Timeout.
There's no timeout.
Oh, no, he's signaling for a timeout. There are none. It's 2nd down and 1, and Griffin will take it across and score with 3:35 to play.
How about Roy Halou doing the smart thing?
I think we're growing talented linebacking core here in Kansas City.
Ronnie Brown is out. Daniels back there on the secondary watching, and that's a touchdown pass of 4 yards. It goes to Eddie Royal. And on the opening drive, the San Diego Chargers have made a loud and distinct message sent.
Javier
Was the guy signed as a free agent with San Diego. Signed as a free agent with the Chiefs back in 07. 2nd goal for 1. Multiple tight ends, battle, touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown, and the Chargers cash in on the Charles fumble.
Boy, the San Diego Chargers have made a statement here today in Kansas City. And how about this? Playing with Romeo Cornell's backup running back from 1 year ago in Jackie Battle, who's also made a statement. He's drawing penalties and he's making plays. You can see 8 plays in the territory of the opponent. And that's what the Chargers have been doing all day.
Fullback Aegis and Winston throwing blocks and cutting back is Charles, and he's got room. The door is open, and here he goes. Touchdown. The Chiefs pass rusher. He has just come in. Extra defensive back is there too. 2nd down and 15 with thrown in the backfield. And that is intercepted and picked off by Butler. On the ricochet off the tight end, Moiaki, and he is in for the touchdown. Another good defensive play for San Diego. Another interception for Matt Castle.
And dare I say, ranking 9th in total defense.
It's 3rd and 11. Charles is in. Bo is on the move. 5 in the secondary for San Diego. Here comes Phillips. There goes Castle. Here comes Charles. To the pylon. Touchdown.
Gotta tell you, Kevin, it started with Winston working against Sean Phillips first, keeping the backside of the quarterback clean. And then as Charles comes across the...
2 tight ends, 2nd and goal at the 4. Good time. Rivers, touchdown. Jackie Battle. 4-yard grab, his 2nd touchdown today.
Oh, this is just an incredible play. Rivers really wanted to go over to the right, and Antonio Gates and one of the receivers got tied up, and he goes back to his...
Last year, these Chargers started 4-1, then lost 6 straight, then went 4-1 to finish things off. The win today, they'll go to 3-1. And in first place,
Bo's open.
Castle. Oh, he sure is. Wobbly pass. That is a touchdown. And they beat Casey. 29-yard touchdown pass. Castle to Bo.
And Bo at...
17 now on that defensive line for the Bills. First down and 10 for San Francisco. Bruce Miller, the fullback, is in the outset out. Smith going deep. And he's got his receiver. Williams with a dazzling move and a touchdown.
Alex Smith making big-time plays in the passing game. And I think the Bills was by the Bills last week and now already won here today in the first half.
2 tight ends for the quarterback, Alex Smith. Going for Crabtree. Touchdown. He beat the rookie Gilmore. Crabtree's first touchdown reception this season.
All right, bites him again, Kevin. The offense and their turnover and what transpired last week. Kaepernick just ripping off one to get it down to the goal line.
Kelsey and Carrington on the defensive line for Buffalo. First and goal at the 1. Gore. Touchdown.
San Francisco.
Alex Smith is back in. How good is the left side of the San Francisco line? Left side has been terrific. First and goal. Back by Davis, the right tackle wide open. Manningham beating Williams. 10-yard touchdown pass.
Boy, Mario Manningham.
First now and 5. First down and 5 yards to go after the penalty, and it's a run by Kaepernick. The 10, the 5. He's in for a touchdown. He was not brought down by Anderson, who let him slip right through in a burst of 16 yards. And a touchdown for Kaepernick, who had a touchdown run of 7 yards last week against the Jets.
And this is not just pouring it on. This is just the 49ers working their offense. Get Roger Craig. Are you kidding?
Kaepernick with a 3rd and 1. Dixon, Upati will lead him in along with Anthony Davis in a 3-yard touchdown run. The 3rd rushing touchdown today for San Francisco, and the first by Anthony Dixon.
This team is powerful. They're explosive because they're strong. At the point of anything, it'll help to create some turnovers. We've already seen evidence of that.
Tight end Gresham atop your screen. He's got a linebacker guarding him. 3rd and a long 2. Caught for the first down. They were working on the linebacker. Here comes Gresham. Galloping free. The chase to the 5. Hit by Hayden, and that is a Bengal touchdown. A 55-yard touchdown strike. And Gresham with a terrific play.
Wow. And the Bengals already have 4 wide receivers who have produced touchdowns of 40 yards or more. And now the tight end, Jermaine.
Defensive line, he got a Pro Bowl center a couple years ago on Mack. 3rd and 8. In the nickel with Jones is Cincinnati. Whedon going deep. He's got Gordon. What a catch! All the way for a touchdown.
told you in the open that the rookie trio on offense, Richardson and Josh Gordon, are capable of creating big-time red zone possession.
Whitworth with the block. To the end zone, Green, that is a touchdown. Flag has been thrown. 4-yard pass to Green. Let's see what they saw here and Pete Morelli's crew. Tate's punt return of 31 yards sets it up.
Holding. Number 28, the defense. The penalty will be declined. Result of the play, it's a touchdown.
Usama Young.
Well, they used the play action to binge our
5-minute drive, second and goal at the 1. Hardesty, airborne, touchdown. And Cleveland has taken the lead.
And we asked who was going to win in the battle of the trenches, as Hardesty is the recipient of great blocking by his offensive line.
By the tight end, Cameron. Now 2 tight ends in. Marisek is the fullback. First and goal at the 3. Wide open. Touchdown. Benjamin Watson.
Pat Shermer, the offensive coordinator, he's the head coach. He's dialing up the plays, dialing up some beauties. It was a
Former basketball player out of USC. There's a 1st and 10. German in the backfield. Intercepted and picked up by Sheldon Brown, and that will be 6.
Sheldon performing, and so is this defensive line.
5 defensive backs, 2 linebackers, 3rd and 17. They need the 40 going deep for Green. He's got the ball, and he beats Hayden. He's done it before. He does it right there. A 57-yard touchdown pass by Dalton.
I got to tell you, Hayden, the conditioning, I think, is something that really has a misplay.
Wolves just had a timeout. Here's a 2nd down and goal at the 3, 11th play of the drive. Good block by Justice, the right tackle. Here comes Locke, who is in for the touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown as a pro. That was a good-looking drive.
It was a very good look. Forced to have to throw it on 3rd down, and now they're even further away from the goal line.
Well, 3rd and 14. Obadiah back there giving a block into the end zone, and caught on a juggle. Little good. What a catch. Craig Little, 14-yard hit, working on Vaughn. And Whedon threw it perhaps to the only place where that kid could catch it. Rookie defensive tackles for the Browns. 2nd goal at the 5, the 14th play of the drive. Luck. He's run for 1 touchdown. He's just run for his 2nd 5-yard touchdown run.
Brandon Whedon watches Luck run for another touchdown. He says, I got more work to do, like Watson in space.
1st down and 10, the fake to Hardesty. Good block by Marisek, and he's looking for Gordon. What a catch, and what a touchdown. They beat Gerard Powers. A 33-yard strike from quarterback Brandon Whedon.
It was only a matter of time before they were going to give Josh Gordon an opportunity to make a play down the field against one-on-one coverage. Look at that 4 touchdown to get both feet in bounds.
Each team with a couple timeouts. Here is a 3rd down and 8 for Carson Palmer. To the end zone, touchdown. Denarius Moore. That was a beauty. Right down the middle. 9-yard touchdown. strike by quarterback Carson Palmer.
Work advantage. He will check to a run and allow Darren McFadden to make a play.
Second down and 8. Darius Hayward Bay. Myers trying to throw a block, and that is an Oakland touchdown.
Oh, these wide receivers must have heard us say something, Kevin. We get a play from Rod Streeter, the rookie. We get a play from Darius Hayward.
Kelly in Houston. 5 defensive backs, and that's what Matt Castle is going to gut it out and stay in there. Is facing first and goal. Fake the drone. Here's McCuster. That is a touchdown. And they finally get a touchdown.
Going all the way back to week 4 against Chargers. It was a fourth quarter touchdown.
You're right about the red zone holding. They've only allowed 2 touchdowns in their opponent's last 7 red zone trips. Number 2 red zone, as Solomon just said, for Miami's D's. 3rd and goal at the 9. Wake is coming up the middle. Great reception. Reggie Wayne, touchdown Colts. Beautiful throw. About the only place where he could have caught it.
Yeah. Anytime you go to the back of the end zone, it's got to be high. And that's exactly where low in terms of time as they possibly can. Very efficient coach.
Second down 8. Daniel Thomas in the backfield with the quarterback who offers a block and buys time for Tannehill, and that is caught. Clay to the pylon. That is a touchdown. Great run, terrific throw, and a wonderful block by running back Daniel Thomas to buy his teammate, the quarterback, Tannehill, time.
Pagano, they're switching over from a 4-3 defense to 3-4. You got change in personnel, and both doing it with very young quarterback.
Back to 4 defensive backs. Here's push on first down and 10. Got a nice block there by Lane. Look at him cut back into the secondary and to the house. Wow. And a late hit by Vaughn. That'll be a flag on the Colts. That is a catch and run. 18 yards. A run by Reggie Bush, who got that handoff and takes it in for the touchdown.
Nothing is so sweet as watching Reggie Bush pick his way through a defense and cutting back against the grain in a Tony Dorsett-like fashion.
9th play of the drive. It's down and 10 from the 36 of the Fins. Going deep and he caught the ball! Double teamed. Hilton wins the joust. A 36-yard touchdown pass. T.Y. Hilton.
This pass should have been intercepted, Kevin, by the backside.
And Ahmad Black is the 5th defensive back for the Bucs. And they got the first down, caught by Denario Alexander, and stays on his feet. Now it's a foot race. Being chased by Leonard Johnson. There he goes. And he's going to go in for the touchdown after the missed tackle against the worst pass defense in the NFL. An 80-yard completion, and the Chargers are on the board.
Denario Alexander is a big-time target. He's a big body at 6'5", 200. As you see, down inside the red zone. This is where the San Diego Chargers defense has been very vulnerable, Kevin.
Reyes is coming on that line. Second down and goal at the 3. The fake to Mark, wide open. Dallas Clark, Tampa Bay, touchdown.
Well, pick your poison. You think you're going to stop Doug Martin from running the ball? North Turner knows he's in for a battle trying to stop this Buccaneers offense. You got to quiet those cannons because they'll be going off all day.
If he is in, second down and 7. That's the defensive back. Here's an Lewis. To the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Antonio Gates. Again, working on rookie Mark Barron. 13-yard strike. And the Chargers back on top.
They get 4 consecutive games where Antonio Gates has had a receiving touchdown. Just when people tend to second opportunity to throw that ball over the top to Antonio Gates.
Yes. Oh, it was blocked. It was blocked on the play, then picked up with the ball. Adam Hayward. That is a touchdown. Blocked by Dakota Watson.
Oh, they get that cannon going, and you can see the punters down on the play. Well, they brought the corner off the edge. They brought as many people.
Effort doing a little report, a feature on the Buccaneers. Hope you had a chance to see that in our pregame show, the NFL Today.
A great job dissecting this Buccaneers football team.
How about that drive over 8 minutes? First and goal at the 3. Rivers has just thrown his third touchdown pass. Malcolm Floyd, a 3-yard reception. And San Diego is back on top.
E.J. Biggers allowed the receiver to get inside of him, and once he gets across your face, a big target like Malcolm Floyd.
We told you to begin the broadcast, Jackson leads the NFL in yards per reception at 23 a catch. That one good for 31. It's first and 10. It's in the right template, a good block that opens the door, and a touchdown pass to Tyquan Underwood of 15 yards.
Well, we said Josh Freeman had to get through. When I played defense, we hated those plays. We always would screen at the ref for allowing them to throw a pick.
6 defensive backs, Brown in the backfield, 3rd down and 4. Chased by McCoy. Intercepted, he's done it again. Leonard Johnson being chased by Vasquez. He's not gonna get him all the way to the house.
It's an all too familiar scene for Phillip Rivers. He knows it. And we're going to have to go back. Even the offensive linemen's protecting better, only giving up 11 sacks in their first 9 games.
It makes them all accountable.
Absolutely.
Right. Coaches
well,
and
certainly
players.
holds everyone accountable. But they play smarter as well around Peyton.
First down throw by Mayo, and it was deflected and intercepted. Grabbed by Weddle. Gilchrist made the deflection, and a quick 6 for San Diego.
Kevin, we have said it all along. We said that this defense needed to make some plays to help their quarterback, Phillip Rivers. And you can see Rivers is his
Pre-Thanksgiving scheme. McGahee has left the game. We'll get an update on his condition momentarily. Ronnie Hillman has taken his place. A 1st and 10 for Manning at the 13. Good block by Katie to left tackle. Jamarius Thomas out of bounds, incomplete, as they were working on the defensive back, Antoine Cason.
But you know what? They forced him to hold.
Chargers can't go to punt the rest of the game, so some interesting maneuvering now for the special teams of the Chargers. But this brings us to Manning with the block punt by Irving from the 31-yard line of San Diego. Going, and he's got Stokely. That is a Denver touchdown. How do you like that?
This is quintessential Peyton Manning. You get inside 2 minutes before the half, he will take a...
Manning had to call a timeout. Here's a 3rd and 5. Watch for Decker. He's a great red zone receiver. They're just on the outskirts, as you can see, almost at the 20. Ball picks up the blitz. Manning, Decker, touchdown.
You called it, Kevin. Decker is the weapon of choice for Peyton Manning down inside the red zone. And it starts with ball down on this possession.
It's the 12th play of the drive. 3rd and 1. Rivers, touchdown, Denario Alexander. And the Chargers are back in business.
They isolated the 6'5" Denario Alexander against the 5'9". Is that Tony against Alexander?
On 4th and 1, Rivers What a catch by Alexander. That is a touchdown. Carter was beaten.
It's the matchup they wanted. 5 interceptions all season long.
Ryan Clark is back in the secondary. 3rd and 7 for Whedon. That was deflected and it's intercepted. It's Timmons with the ball off to the races, and he will take it all the way for a Pittsburgh Steeler touchdown.
How about the timing of that? That's Timmons getting his team-leading 3rd interception of the season, only after the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And Whedon is wishing he had this one back. This ball's going to be deflected.
Good block by Schwartz, and that is a touchdown. It is grabbed by the tight end, Jordan Cameron. 5-yard strike, and Cleveland cashes in on the Pittsburgh fumble.
I think they've figured it out, Kevin. If you want to throw the ball against this defense, what did I say? Throw it outside the numbers on the post.
The offset eye, Rainey is back there. Couple tight ends, 1st and goal. Rainey hit and driven outside. There he goes. He did not hit the ground, and he goes on the outside for a 1-yard touchdown run. What an alert play by the rookie, Chris Rainey.
Well, it's one of those situations. He goes 5'9", 180 pounds. You'd rather use one of your...
Now it's 1st and goal back at the 15-yard line. Richardson, with a block by Thomas, and a touchdown. A 15-yard run, and the Browns are back on top.
This is a rare sight. This Pittsburgh Steelers defense, they don't give up many rushing touchdowns at all. One of the key blocks by
6 defensive backs, 3rd down and 8. Flag is down. Could be encroachment. Outside they go. This is a catch by Lestard. Jean down the sideline and in for the touchdown. 54 yards as it stands. A flag is at the 47. It appeared to be against the Tennessee Titans.
Defense number 91. This penalty is declined.
We told you this secondary for the Titans are giving up a ton. Angles and Arian Foster got players.
2nd and goal at the 5. Make it 1st and goal, and that is a touchdown, and it's caught by Casey of 5 yards. A 1st and goal at the 5, and Casey catches it, and just like that, a 2nd touchdown pass for Cody, who has the nice defensive play. Missed the last 3 games with rib and back injuries. 2nd down, goal at the 2. Arian Foster leads the NFL in touchdowns. He'll tack on one more. A 2-yard touchdown run by Arian Foster.
How good is he inside the red zone? he does a good job, I think, of setting up that man on the line of scrimmage. That defender on the end of the line of scrimmage.
Now they've switched everything. They've taken out the guy who the penalty was on, Matthews. They put Velasco back at the center, and here is Bruce back at the left tackle, 1st and 20. And they go deep down the near side. They've got Britt for a touchdown. He beat Kareem Jackson. That is a 34-yard touchdown pass by Jake Locker.
Oh, that's what you have to do, Kevin. I think any team is going in clean for a touchdown.
Losing Smith, an extra offensive lineman with a couple of tight ends. Green again, 2nd down and goal, and no signal yet. Touchdown. They got in.
It was like half his body is across the goal line.
Well, they're doing cover. 1-yard touchdown run, Sean Green. And that is his 6th touchdown run, as you can see, of the season, but the 1st in the last 6 goal for Sanchez. Good block by Hilliard. That is a touchdown for Powell. 4-yard run inside, his 4th touchdown in the last 3 games. Hilliard, the fullback, laid some wood inside.
Yeah. Well, 34 swing against the offensive lineman right away. Evan Britton filling in for Mike Bruce at the left guard position.
Here comes Owens, a block from Elliott. He finds room and he's in for the touchdown. A 32-yard touchdown run by Owens.
On that left side, going back over where Britton had allowed the sack. Left guard started, and I think it's going to do a lot for their confidence.
Cole taken out. Trevor Scott put on that line. So that's the change defensively for the Pats. First and goal at the 3. That's caught for a touchdown in the back of the end zone as McCourty was trying to stay with Justin Blackman. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, the 2-12 Jaguars, one of the worst offenses in the NFL, were right into the teeth of New England's D.
All right, Black.
2nd and 10, still the Nichols. Woodhead, nice catch. Good looking touchdown. 14-yard play. Woodhead, who's coming off a terrific game last week, maybe his best as a Patriot, has a 14-yard catch and run TD right here.
Wow.
Manalaunui and Hernandez both in there. 3rd and goal at the 2. Outside, Welker, touchdown.
They're going to call him for a pick. They're going to try to get Brandon Lloyd, saying that he screened for Welker to get outside.
And that is illegal if indeed that's the call.
Ryder pass, holding, 21 defense. That penalty's decline, result of the play is a touchdown.
Derek Cox.
Count for that as well. Throws a huge monkey wrench in terms of your assignment for this Bengals defense.
1st and goal at the 2.
Let's see if they give him another option play to fail.
Anthony Allen trying to slice his way in. That is a touchdown. Allen goes through. He's a 2nd-year player from Georgia Tech, and he gets his first rushing touchdown of the season.
How about this? A long run by Tyrod Taylor and then a long run by Allen. Gets him at the doorstep of the end zone. Then they power it.
Hit his last 5 as the quarterback Andy Dalton out of TCU. 2nd down and 1 in the game they're playing without. And Jarvis Green-Ellis, their 1,000-yard rusher. Because of a 3-game injury. That's caught. That's going to be a touchdown. Marvin Jones, first touchdown of his career. An 11-yard hit. Good run afterwards. And the Bengals close to tying.
Oh, sometimes you just have to have good leverage. Chris Johnson was there with Paul Kruger, but they don't try.
They've got a very nice and deep defensive line.
Very deep, very talented by way of the NFL draft.
2nd goal at the 1. Here comes the rush. It's put on by
Touchdown.
Lemur, and that's going to be a touchdown by Taylor. 1-yard run as he was dodging defenders and outran the oncoming linebacker Emmanuel Lemur. And a touchdown run by Taylor puts this game in a...
He's making a whiff in the backfield.
5 defensive backs, 3rd and 7 for Taylor. Rock intercepted with the ball. Dunlap, touchdown, Bengals.
How is that for athletic? Carlos Dunlap, 3rd-year defender out of Florida.